Barack Obama had always believed in the power of community and small businesses. Since leaving office, he had been vocal about the challenges entrepreneurs faced, especially in underserved communities. But one day, while driving through a quiet neighborhood, Barack decided to take a more hands-on approach. He stepped out of his car and walked into a struggling family-owned diner that had clearly seen better days. What happened next would leave everyone in the room in tears. It was a chilly autumn afternoon when Barack, dressed in a simple jacket and jeans, arrived in a small Midwestern town. The place had charm, but many businesses bore "for sale" signs, a testament to the struggles of the local economy. Walking along the main street, Barack spotted a small diner with peeling paint and a flickering neon open sign. Something about the place called to him, and he decided to step inside. The diner was almost empty, save for a tired-looking woman behind the counter and an older man fixing a coffee machine in the back. The smell of freshly brewed coffee filled the air, but the energy was somber. Barack took a seat at the counter and greeted the woman with a warm smile. "Hi, what can I get you?" the woman asked, her voice kind but weary. "A cup of coffee, please," Barack replied, scanning the modest menu. "How's business?" The woman hesitated, then sighed. "Honestly, not great. My husband and I have run this place for 20 years, but the pandemic and rising costs hit us hard. We're barely getting by." Barack nodded, listening intently as she shared their story. The diner had once been a beloved spot for locals, a place where families gathered and travelers stopped for a hearty meal. But now they were weeks away from having to close their doors for good. As Barack sipped his coffee, he noticed the details: the faded photos on the wall, the handwritten special sign, and the pride with which the woman spoke about their homemade pies. It was clear this diner was more than just a business. It was a legacy. Just then, a young boy entered the diner, clutching a piggy bank. He approached the woman, who Barack realized was his mother. "Mom, I brought my savings," the boy said earnestly. "Maybe this can help." Tears welled up in the woman's eyes as she hugged her son. "Oh, sweetie, thank you. But we'll be okay," she said, though her voice betrayed her uncertainty. Barack watched the scene unfold, his heart heavy. He knew he couldn't just walk away without doing something. After finishing his coffee, Barack approached the counter. "What's your name?" he asked the woman. "Lisa," she replied. "Lisa, I want to help," Barack said, pulling out his wallet. He handed her his card and continued. "I'm Barack Obama. I know it might seem unusual, but I believe in supporting small businesses like yours." Lisa's eyes widened in disbelief. "Wait, you're—" Barack nodded with a gentle smile. "Yes, but today I'm just someone who admires what you and your family have built here." He went on to explain that he wanted to cover their rent for the next year and connect them with resources to revitalize the diner. Lisa was speechless, tears streaming down her face as she realized the lifeline they had just been given. Word spread quickly through the town. By the end of the day, customers began pouring into the diner. Locals who had heard about the former president's visit and wanted to support Lisa and her family. Social media posts about the encounter went viral, drawing attention from food bloggers and news outlets. Within weeks, the diner was bustling again. Barack stayed in touch with Lisa, connecting her with grant programs and marketing experts who helped rebrand the diner as a local treasure. The diner soon became a symbol of resilience and community spirit, attracting visitors from far and wide. Months later, Barack returned to the diner, now unrecognizable from the struggling establishment he had first walked into. The walls were freshly painted, the neon sign outside glowed brightly, and the scent of home-cooked meals filled the air. The tables were full of happy customers chatting and laughing, while Lisa and her husband moved seamlessly between serving dishes and sharing smiles with their guests. Lisa greeted Barack with a warm, heartfelt hug, her eyes brimming with gratitude. The young boy who had touched Barack's heart with his piggy bank savings was now confidently helping his parents by carrying menus to customers. He ran up to Barack with a wide grin, handing him a slice of their famous apple pie. "Mr. Obama," Lisa began, her voice trembling with emotion, "you didn't just save our business. You gave us hope when we had none. You saved our family, our dreams, and everything we've worked so hard to build." Barack smiled, his own eyes glistening with emotion. "No, Lisa, you and your family saved this place. I just gave you a little push. The strength, the resilience, the heart, that was all you." Around them, the diner's patrons began to notice the familiar face of the former president. They stood and applauded, a wave of appreciation filling the room. Lisa's husband joined her, shaking Barack's hand firmly. "You reminded us that we weren't alone," he said, "that someone believed in us, and that made all the difference." Barack took a seat at the counter, looking around at the bustling diner. "This isn't just about a small business," he said, his voice thoughtful and reflective. "This is about what happens when a community comes together to lift each other up. It's about the power of resilience and the importance of supporting the people who make a place feel like home." The applause grew louder, and one of the local patrons stepped forward. "Mr. Obama, you've shown us that leadership isn't about titles. It's about actions. You didn't just help Lisa and her family, you reminded all of us what community means." As Barack enjoyed the slice of apple pie, he couldn't help but feel a deep sense of fulfillment. This was why he had always believed in the power of everyday people, in the unbreakable spirit of communities, and in the transformative potential of even the smallest acts of kindness. Before leaving, Barack stood by the diner's door, taking one last look at the lively, thriving scene inside. He turned to Lisa and her family. "Promise me one thing," he said with a grin. "Keep paying it forward. Keep making this diner a place where everyone feels like they belong." Lisa nodded, her hand on her son's shoulder. "We will, Mr. Obama. We'll make you proud." As Barack walked back to his car, the cool autumn breeze carried with it the laughter and joy from the diner. He knew the story of this little diner would ripple far beyond the town, inspiring others to believe in the strength of compassion and the beauty of community. In that moment, Barack was reminded that while grand gestures make headlines, it's the smaller human moments, where lives are touched, hope is restored, and futures are rebuilt, that truly change the world.